Sorry, I'm back. I accidentally hit the coffee table my phone is sitting on, and I had to edit the video. But going back to what I said, um, the reason you shouldn't hate your enemies, is because when you hate somebody, you will always play at their level. So if you want revenge on somebody, let's say somebody uh, stole something from you, stole your homework, something silly like that, stole your homework. You will never be satisfied if you hate them. You'll never be satisfied until you steal their homework. And what happens if they stole your homework or cheated off your paper and they never got caught? But you do the same thing and then you get caught, right? You get in trouble, right? When you hate other people, you will always play at their game. You will always go to their level, and they will control your decision making, whether you want it or not. Because we think like getting even with somebody will, make us happy, right? They did this to me. I got it back. I should be happy now. But a lot of times, it doesn't work that way, because usually if somebody did something bad to you, you feel that it was wrong. If you do the same thing back to them, you have to forsake your principles or your morals in order to get back at that person. And that person now, intentionally or unintentionally, has control over you, because you have no, because when you hate somebody, you will always play at their level. You would have no choice but to play at their level. And that is why uh, in the movie, The Godfather, the Don was telling his nephew, he says, if you hate your enemies, it will affect your judgment, because you're going to do what they want you to do instead of what you need to do, which is the benefit, in that case, of their family, of staying in power. When you hate people, hate doesn't let you have control over your own decisions. Hate, you're always in the control of somebody else's decisions, and when you're in their control, whatever they do, you have to do because you hate them, right? You have no choice but to follow their lead. And if we want to be better people, we want to be better Christians, we want to live our life, to the fullest. We can't allow other people to control our decisions. We have to control our own decisions, and there will be a sense of peace and fulfillment, because hey, if I mess up, at least it was my decision. If I do something well, it was my decision, because I took care of myself. With God's help, I did the things I wanted to do. But when you hate somebody, you will never make your own decisions. You'll be doing decisions that they determine that you make, whether they did it intentionally or not intentionally. You don't have control when you have hate in your heart. But when you let go of that hate, you will always be more productive. You will always do stuff better, because you can see the full picture. That is why the Bible tells us not to only not hate our people, but love your enemies. Because if you can love somebody, um, you can see somebody do something well and it doesn't bother you. Let's say you have an enemy that did you wrong. If you hate that person, if that person does well in life, it's going to bring out a lot of negative emotions in you, right? Because that person is doing well when you feel like they shouldn't, because they wronged you. But if you love them, when that person, let's say, repents of their sins and does well in life, you're not going to have any negative emotion about it. You're going to be like, hey, this person is doing better in life. Good for them. Good for them. And it's not going to bother you, because that's their life. You're just worried about your own life. You don't hate them. You love them. You want them to see do better. And when these people come out of these situations, you're going to feel all right. Depending, whatever happens to them, you're going to feel all right. This is the problem. Uh, Give you another example. Jonah. This was Jonah's problem, right? Jonah hated the people of Nineveh, and when God chose to save the people of Nineveh, Jonah couldn't be happy, because why? He had hate in his heart. He hated them. He couldn't let go of his negative emotion of them, and because he hated them, even though an entire nation, entire city of people, maybe it was a nation, entire city of people were saved, that don't have to go, to the bad place. These are people now going to be with God forever, because they repent of their sins. And Jonah feels bad. He doesn't feel good. He feels, because he hated him so much, he can't even celebrate that, because he has so much hate in his heart. And that's why God has the question that says, humble them, and says, he says, why are you hating these people? These people are saved. They're doing better, and you're upset. When you learn to let go of hate, you a lot of things, you nobody will have control over you. You're truly free when you don't have hate, because you will make decisions that benefit yourself more, or humanity at whole, and not just worried about what the other person does. That is why you shouldn't hate. But I hope this video was informative, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you let go of all hate, so you can have complete control over your own life. All right, see you next time.